We are Cory and Wallace, an early retired couple on a full-time journey around the world. With a passion for exploring new cultures, discovering hidden gems, and enjoying delicious local food, we are on a mission to experience as much of the world as we can.
Good morning. We are currently somewhere in the seas.
North Atlantic, to be specific. We left our port of call in Gibraltar yesterday evening, and we've got 2 sea days right now as we head towards the Azores. And so we are going to spend today taking you guys around the ship with us. We are currently on the, as far as I can tell, the highest deck that we can be on, which is deck 20, and it's only this little bit of deck here, which overlooks some of the sports courts that are down and behind us. So we're just gonna go wander deck by deck and work our way down and just show you all the public areas of the ship, or as much of it as we can find. It's early in the day, so not all the restaurants and bars are gonna be open, but it'll give you an idea of what the Star Princess is like.
Yeah, so we've been on board for what, 4 days now?
Yeah.
We still have yet to fully explore this whole ship, so this will be you guys and us exploring everything that the ship has to offer at the same time. And some places we may not be able to show as much as we would like, such as like the fitness center, because it is a ship day and it is being utilized very extensively. So that is a word of warning. We'll talk about it and try to show you as much as we can, but out of respect for people who are working out, we will probably not show a lot.
All right, let's go. We've just come down a short flight of steps to deck 19, and we're at the aft of the ship, and we've got 2 pickleball courts behind us. Looks like they're in use at the moment. I'm not sure if there's a tournament going on or something. As well, there is this walking/running track here that goes around this small portion of deck 19, and I believe 5 laps around is 1 kilometer. And whatever that works out to be in miles, I don't know. And from the aft section here on deck 19, below us one deck on 18, you can see the sanctuary, which is I guess like a paid like premium area that are only available to sanctuary guests. They get, you know, some special staterooms as well as this basically more private area. Looks like there's pools, hot tubs, and bars down there as well. We've got some shuffleboard here and cornhole over there. We are down on deck 18 now, and this is where the fitness center is. There's also a spa and a barber and a salon here.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Thank you.
How are you?
So there's a daily schedule for various fitness classes, and then sign-up sheets right there to sign up for said classes. On this cruise, we do have the Premier package, which includes all of those classes for free, which is kind of a nice perk to have. We'll probably be taking advantage of some of those before the end of the trip. So, as you can see, it's a sea day, which means the gym is very busy, although it's usually pretty busy, but today it was probably a little more busy than usual. That is the thing, for a ship that holds more than 4,000 passengers, the gym is shockingly small. There is some additional space here. This is the wellness studio. They run yoga classes, spin classes here, but when there's not a class going on, you can use that space as well. We're outside on deck 18 now, and we're gonna head forward to, there's a bar there. Just from here, you can see the pool below us on deck 17. And up there is a big movie screen.
So we're on deck 18 still. We're heading forward. From here, there's a bunch of seating. There's a bar there, and there are also 4 jacuzzi tubs on this deck, as well as more on 17 below where the pool is. All right, well, it's obviously a sea day, so there's activities going on all over the ship. A little bit loud in the dome to actually talk, but yeah, you can basically see this big, like, you know, half sphere on the top front of the ship. There's 2 levels to it, and now we're outside at the front of the ship. There's a bar here. There's lots of seating as well as another pool that you can actually swim into and out from the dome to the outside. And a whole bunch of seating in the front there that looks forward out of the ship. It's actually quite pleasant, even though today's quite a cool, cloudy, rainy day. There's a lot of like glass there blocking the wind, so you can sit there and enjoy a drink. And 2 more jacuzzis out here, one on the port, one on the starboard side. Making our way aft now. There's gonna be some food options, like some casual dining options, I think like pizza, tacos, ice cream, and coffee. Okay, so on the port side, there was pizza and tacos. On the starboard side here, this is the Lido Grill, where they do burgers and hot dogs and salads and stuff like that. And now, continuing forward, we're gonna have the pool and also a movie theater. So forward of the pool, we've got the bar there, and this is the ice cream place. So that's pretty much everything there is here on 17. As you can see from the ship map, 16, 18, 14, 12, 11 are all, the next 5 floors down are all staterooms. So I think for the moment we're going to go down to 10 and show you guys the laundromat that's on each floor. The cool thing with the elevators is it's not just push up or down and then get on the elevator and press your floor. You select the floor you want from these panels, and then it directs you to the proper elevator.
Select it by pressing elevator C today.
So what ends up happening is, I guess, the algorithm decides what's the most efficient way, you know, for everyone to get where they're going. And I like that system because you don't end up on an elevator and have to stop at every single damn floor. It's a lot more efficient this way, and I wish more places would do that. We're on deck 10 right now, and we are 10 on the starboard side, but as we walk down the hallways, they've got really nice art prints, like photo prints all over the ship, and this is one of my favorites. Welcome to the laundromat. There's one of these on each floor of the ship, as far as we can tell, and yeah, they're usually pretty busy. Cory got up first thing in the morning to be able to snag a machine for us. There is a little sink, there's a little dispenser to get soap and fabric softener sheets. We don't use those, so I keep forgetting what those are called. And with Princess, you have these medallions, look like that, and you basically tap there to purchase whatever it is you need, and it goes right to your account. And then there's 2 washers and 2 dryers, and again, you just tap your medallion on there, and it's $3 for wash and dry. So pretty small, but you know what? At least we have access to laundry. If you're elite with Princess, you get like free laundry where they actually collect it and do it and bring it back for you, but that service takes 2 days apparently.
Our currently in the eatery. One thing I really like about the way that Princess Cruise handles cleanliness, they have hand wash stations everywhere on the ship. They've got hand wash stations as you get into the eatery. And also another thing that they do is they flip all the plates over, plates and bowls. So when you pick them up, you're not picking them up. You have to flip them over to put food on. So that's really nice. Another thing that they do, they seem to be successful in having the food separate and having certain spoons for each dish. I haven't seen a lot of people taking the same spoon and grabbing from different dishes. So I feel pretty safe about eating the food from the buffet. They do have a lot of options, and every day it changes. And for as far as gluten-free, they've got gluten-free bread, pastries, and a lot of options. You just have to look, and anything that you're questioning, all you have to do is ask. So I'd say that overall, this is one of the better buffets that we have had on our travels.
Just aft of the eatery is the Americana Diner, which is basically another buffet spot right at the back of the ship. It's also got some nice views out the aft windows as well. If you don't feel like eating inside, there's also lots of outdoor seating on deck 9, and there's also another bar and I think some more casual dining options here. So besides the bar out here on deck 9, there's also ice cream and there's pizza. And the pizza here looks different than the other one. This is like Detroit style, so it's like thicker, deep dish style of pizza. Looks pretty good actually. And if you don't feel like eating in the dining room at all, there's a grab-and-go section right behind me where you can get stuff that's pre-packaged and just take it with you wherever you want to go on the ship. Oh, and the one thing though we did learn is you can't take the food off the ship when you're in port because, of course, it pretty much all has fresh fruits and vegetables, and that's actually not allowed to be taken into another country. So yeah, learned something new the other day. We are now in the middle of deck 9 and this is the central piazza area, which you can see behind me, and it looks like it can be accessed from decks 9, 8, and 7. And it's just like the central area of the ship that everything flows through, so it's always pretty busy here, and a lot of the entertainment and stuff happens down below on deck 7 in the piazza. Just off the piazza here on deck 9 on the port side, we've got Alfredo's Pizzeria behind me, which is another of the casual dining options here, and as the name would indicate, it's pretty much all pizza.
Open for dinner. They have decided in pub style.
Just past Alfredo's Pizzeria, there's the Future Cruise and Loyalty desks. So if you are a Princess Elite member, this is where you go to redeem, you know, like for example, we got an offer for a free luggage tag, things like that. And also if you want to book future cruises or purchase future cruise credit, these are the people that'll help you with that, because they're more than happy to take some money off your hands. Now, over on the other side of the piazza, on the starboard side, we've got the International Cafe. So
That's right behind me here. There's various like pastries, cakes, baked goods, that sort of thing if you're feeling munchy, as well as around the other side is the coffee station where they do coffees, teas, or other specialty beverages. All right, we're on deck 8 now, and we're about midships. We're gonna go aft first and have a look there. And this is the casino. We're not sure if they're gonna let us film in there, so we'll find out if we have to turn the camera off.
Yeah, right here.
Also, that was one of 2 casinos. That was the smaller one, I'm pretty sure. And now there's a bunch of shops, jewelry, and other luxury goods available here as well if you feel like spending some money. We found, this is Sabatini's Trattoria, which is one of the Italian restaurants on the ship. And at the back of deck 8, this is the Sanctuary restaurant, which we don't have access to because I believe you have to be staying in one of the sanctuary level rooms in order to access this. Still on deck 8 here, just forward of the first casino is Umai Teppanyaki. So this is a Japanese teppanyaki restaurant where they have the big flat grill and they cook right in front of you. This is one of the specialty dining options here on the ship. We are now at the Midship piazza area here on deck 8, and behind me is Crooner's Bar, which is a piano bar. I believe there's live piano music happening right over there, a couple of people dancing, and so if you want a drink, this is probably one of the more popular spots on the ship for that. Starboard side of the piazza on deck 8, there is the shore excursions desk right behind me, and just in front of that is Makoto Ocean, another specialty dining restaurant. This one is a sushi restaurant, and we're going to be checking that out in like 5 or 6 days. We're going to be having dinner there. And casino number 2, which this is the big one. So the main casino does allow smoking. I think it's the only place on the ship that you can smoke like on board, like inside. The other smaller casino that we were at, that's a little further aft, is the non-smoking casino. And yeah, that's weird. I don't think I've smelled that much cigarette smoke inside in like forever. All the way forward here on deck 8 is the Princess Arena, and this is the theater venue where all the shows happen. So far we've watched a comedian, we've seen like an acrobatic circus show, and last night we saw Sam Bailey, a singer, who she was winner of X Factor UK in 2013, and she was really damn good.
as old as time, true as it can be.
We've come down one level to deck 7, and we're all the way forward, and this is the lower entrance doors to the Princess Arena. Now on the port side here, there's also the underground, which is the teen, I guess, activity area, lounge area, I'm not sure what exactly. And then we're gonna work our way back to the aft. This is Good Spirits here on deck 7, which is one of the bars. It is currently closed for a private function, so we can't go in there. On deck 7, you're going to find the Butcher's Block by Daria, which is a steakhouse and is one of the specialty dining options here. Next to Dario's is O'Malley's Irish Pub, which, like it sounds, is an Irish pub, beer, fish and chips, that sort of thing. Actually had fish and chips there for lunch today, and it was pretty tasty. So we're midship on deck 7. We're at the piazza here in the center of the ship, and behind me is Bellini's cocktail bar, and just over that side to the starboard side is another cafe for coffee and snacks and stuff like that. And as usual, it looks like there's some sort of activity going on in the piazza here. Not sure if this is some sort of contest, painting contest or what have you, but everyone's been called to sit down and they're all doing watercolor paintings of something. The other thing here at the piazza on deck 7 is the Catch by Rudy, which is a seafood restaurant and is yet another of the specialty dining options here. And as we make our way aft, we encounter yet more shops. And as we make our way back, we've got the Wheelhouse Bar here, and then the Crown Grill, which is a, I believe, steak and seafood restaurant, and yet again, another of the specialty dining options. So if you want to buy some art, apparently this is the place to do it. Here at the aft of deck 7? 7, yes. There's some paintings for sale, and some are sold, like this one.
Hello?
Okay, we are at the aft of deck 7, and this is the Celestial dining room. This is one of the two main dining rooms. Ours is the Aurora, which is one deck down, which is where we're gonna head next. And yeah, we're gonna probably cut this part short because we can see out that back window and the horizon is really moving right now, so we're starting to get a little seasick. And we are finally here at the aft end of the ship on deck 6. This is the Aurora dining room, which is our main dining room for dinners. And we're gonna go see if we can do a quick walk around. They're in between services right now, so they're technically closed, but we'll go ask nicely and see if they'll let us walk around.
The Aurora dining room, where we eat, it is a set time. We chose to do that so that it was easier on the staff, and I think just because we're such a large group.
26 people in our group.
Yeah, it does make it a lot easier for everybody. And also with the early dining, we get to see the shows, because the shows start usually about 7:30, so it gives us enough time to get down to the shows. Now, due to the layout of the dining room, I think there are a few things that could be improved on, such as allowing the waiters to have carts so that they can roll the food around, I think that would alleviate a lot of stress for the waiters.
What Cory means is our poor server Pedro, he usually has to carry a big tray of like a dozen or more plates at a time, like platters, back and forth from the kitchen to the staging area where he then serves our group. And yeah, I feel bad for them because they're walking a long way and some of them carrying massive trays of food.
Yeah, and on a day where it's like stable, that's not as big of a problem, but for today where we're wobbly, I can't imagine like how strong they need to be to do that.
We
So-
can barely walk in a straight line down the hall right now.
Yeah.
It's that bad. We are going to end it here, I think. On deck 6, forward of here, there is there's more spa areas, which we're not going to bother showing, and also there's a kids club, but we're not going to go film in there. We don't have kids, just be awkward. And I'm sure we've missed some of the food and drink options on this ship. Again, I'm pretty sure there's like 50 or more dining or drinking options here. If your goal is to drink a lot, yeah, there's going to be lots of places for you to do that. But anyways, I think we're going to end this video there because we're just getting more and more seasick now. So thanks very much for joining us on this tour of the new Star Princess. We hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the thumbs up, give us a like, and make sure you subscribe.
And join us in our other videos for more adventures. Until then, stay curious and keep exploring.